some dormitory,
It does
some
look like
high
it.
school.
Like Hogwarts, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're off and racing, and we're going through the first, and we're going through the second, and we're going through the third and fourth.
Hello, everybody. My name is Adam Thorne, and welcome to this special YouTube episode of the Australian Aviation Podcast. I don't know exactly what is coming. You will know what's coming because it will be in the subject line of the YouTube video. Anyway, in order to tell us what's going on, I'm going to welcome back our lesser spotted co-host, Ben. Ben, what's going on? Why are we here? Why am I in this YouTube video now?
Mate, well, welcome to our listeners and hello to our viewers on YouTube, Australian Aviation followers. Very exciting. I believe this is going to be a reveal or a reaction video.
A reaction video?
A reaction video.
You're way too old to be doing reaction videos, mate. You're middle-aged. Go on. Go on.
This is what all the kids are
40
doing.
now, isn't he? Go on. Go on.
Oh, my face
We're going to
blurred.
have to put some subway surface footage down in the bottom left-hand corner for the TikTok kids.
Anyway, so what we'd like to do is really just say thanks to a couple of people who we met down at ADSTAR in Canberra, and that is the very special ADF drone racing team. So they have actually gone and done similar to the Panthers. They've done a three-peat. They've gone and won the international, I believe it was the international race, drone racing championships in London, in the UK, and have come away again as victors. So Australia, not just great in rugby, in football, in all sports, cricket
So
especially.
just to be clear, the Australians have gone to London, gone
Yep.
to the UK and won.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Bit of a habit.
Is that a surprise at all, Adam?
No, it's what always happens, but, go on.
But we want to say
I'm glad you finally admitted.
I want to say congratulations to Wing Commander Kieran Joyce, who we had a bit of a conversation with, but also thank you to Sergeant Christopher Dickinson, who we had a great chat with down at ADSTAR.
They were amazing. So we went to ADSTAR and they had like a little kind of table in the corner and they had some of their drones that they raced. But they actually also had this tiny little miniature drone, which was it's like this big. And they were literally just flying it round.
I thought it was a
remember
fly.
because I had my new MacBook I bought a week before and it's like getting close to the screen. But they were very good at flying it. Very good. So people are just walking around there, looking
Yep.
busy doing some deals. And this little drone was like whizzing round. It was very cool.
It was
They're
very,
very,
cool.
very good.
Future of aviation. No, I want to say no drones were harmed in the making of this video, but
They love it, don't they?
they love smashing these things.
So their whole mantra they were telling us is so one of the reasons they do this, which I totally get it, is to get people into STEM because it's a good and get people into the RAF, get people into the ADF because it's a really accessible way of doing it. But they kind of embrace crashing them in a sense. So they race them knowing that if you're good, you're going to crash them. But then when you crash them, you've got to rebuild it. And at the point where you rebuild it, you learn something.
Yep.
So the whole thing's really clever. You fly, you crash it, rebuild it, you go again. Brilliant.
Fly, crash, fix, repeat.
Yeah.
I think it is a bit of a tune in that. But no, it was absolutely fantastic. So the guys have been great to send us some coverage, exclusive footage of their victory.
Do they won? They won. So they won like the international championships.
Three-peat.
That's actually really amazing. That is really amazing. So what we've got here is like, well, so this is like the camera on the drone showing what they do.
The track.
So there's like a track, isn't there? They go through like the obstacle course.
Yes.
So it's like the Red Bull race, but smaller and better, basically, right?
And not sponsored.
And not sponsored. No. Right.
Bye,
go on.
Red
Go
Bull.
on. So we're going to watch these now. And this is like the live reaction.
Yeah.
So I think you need to be like commentating on it a little bit because you know more about this.
I do.
And then me and Jake can do the oohs and ahs and stuff.
Ooh.
He's good at it. Go on, Jake.
Ooh, ah.
There you go.
Clever
Brilliant.
guy.
Right, go on. Roll the tape.
Yeah, and they're off and racing, and we're going through the first, and we're going through the second, and we're going through the third and fourth. It's amazing stuff here that we're seeing here. Obviously, Australia clearing the ropes. It's crazy. It's any reaction from the audience.
Well,
I would be reacting, but you're talking a lot, Ben.
So anyway, let's just talk through this. So they basically go through these. These obstacles are actually they're doing it very, very quickly, and they're
Very
also
quick.
very, very small. The kind of like the lightning reactions you need to have to do that are absolutely amazing.
100%.
Because
Really nimble.
Yeah, every second counts.
there's
There's
the
our first crash.
But that was insanely quick.
Very
that
quick.
was very, very, very quick. So, like, presumably the skills they learn by flying these as you do are also very, 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 very useful as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so actually the worst, they've got the RAF, they've got the Royal Air Force thing, and the RAF have gone and humiliated us again.
The Brits, that
They're
is.
the Brits, yeah. We've been
Brits.
done, haven't we? We've been done.
Yeah, but you really need that extra A.
Right, let's pick some more of these footage.
Hey.
This is dramatic, isn't it?
Okay, so they're flying through the barracks here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this is the change room. This is the dressing room. Is that Lord's?
This is very cool. So this is the little one that they had at the AdStar, basically.
Yeah, come on. That's the long room.
Look, it's
Lord's.
tiny, isn't it? Look how small that is.
Yes, that's a really small drone.
That's crazy. I'll tell you what, talk about surveillance.
Yeah, this is pretty good,
This
isn't
is
it?
very cool. Just cruising around. Upstairs. Not that stairs are an issue.
Boy, if the Daleks had these.
Join the tunes as well. Nice backing, a bit of Muse. Assuming this is some dormitory,
It does
some
look like
high
it.
school.
It's like Hogwarts, isn't it?
I'd hope that Hogwarts
Very
looked
cool.
more interesting than.
Look at just the sponsors. Can we go back and see the sponsors involved? Just a word thank you to our sponsors. So we got
Right, pause it there.
EOS, Cube Pilot, SciPac, one of the winners at the Australian Aviation Awards a number of years ago, if you recall, for Drone of the Year.
Go on, yeah.
Who else have we got? Mantis, Shield A.
Shield AI, presumably.
Oh, yep, sorry, my mistake.
Drone Shield, you got Drone Shield up
Drone
there?
Shield there. I mean, these are some big names, so, very, very well supported. And that's probably why we're so successful. Like the British cycling team back in the day
I
was well
don't want to
funded.
say it because I'm a huge fan of their work, but they probably cheated, didn't they? Let's be honest. It's an Australian set.
Did you see the sandpaper fall?
Will there be a teary press conference with one of them and his dad comes over? I'm all let the country down. No, I'm sure you didn't cheat, even though it
Mate,
tends to
no.
happen.
Well, I mean, and then you had the Spanish and Italian drone teams have their drones like lightly brush past another drone and then take a dive into the ground.
Anyway, this little drone though is particularly amazing. What we really need is to get hold of one of these because this could cause absolute chaos.
Around the office.
I do generally, like most people, 99% of people at Mentoring, there's a couple of people I've got a bit of beef with, a couple of office rivalries. You get one of them to go in there, there's so much fun. So much fun you could have. Can you imagine how much trouble I could get into? It'd be brilliant.
I'd love to see these delivering the trophies at the next Australian Aviation Awards.
Wow, yeah. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? So one of these is like delivering a trophy, and they're made of glass. They're pretty heavy. And then they're flying across the next, have to call an ambulance because,
exactly.
Mind you, if we can
get a
if we
medic
can get
drone.
that
Done.
if we can get that wing sponsorship.
Well, drone delivery. Yeah, well,
Yep.
there we go. So if you want to hook them up.
There we go. But it's totally limitless.
Right.
But
We got time for one more.
one
of these.
more.
One more. So this is the drone. This is like making them and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. This is more of the.
So the training
perfect.
we're going to be conducting is going to be focused on skill building, developing specific skill sets, maintaining altitude, focusing on staying on the race line, and just basically nice throttle control to be able to
wow.
put the quad wherever they want in 3D space. And if
God,
they
you'd get
can
so
do that
motion sick, wouldn't
comfortably,
you?
It means they're going to be able to get up to speed in the UK and hopefully perform to the best of their ability, and that's what we're aiming for.
Outstanding. So again, back to that STEM point you were bringing up previously.
It's a very, very good idea because one of the issues we've got, and I don't want to do my normal rant, is that we are struggling as a nation, along with a lot of other countries, in getting young people in these STEM
Absolutely.
professions. But the irony is that one, being in STEM is a lot more interesting in some of the supposedly more popular professions. But secondly, this is what we're going to need moving forward as a country. You've got an AI revolution, a robotic revolution, whatever that is coming. Those are the jobs of the future. So we need to be training and getting the next generation interested. This is a really good way of doing it. One, because it's just immediately exciting in what it is. It's also very accessible. And like we were saying before, every time you crash it, you rebuild it, you're learning something. So it's a fantastic kind of recruitment sort of drive from the Air Force, from the ADF as well. But it will also have practical real world benefits because as we've seen it at the moment, in a war zone, drones now are a very
Absolutely.
vital part of the mix.
Yep.
And you're going to have a situation, I say bizarrely, but it does make sense where the kind of, the Top Gun Maverick pilots will in future be people that are really good at this thing.
Yes.
And I know one of the things I've read about that, the ADF as well, they're reaching out and they're looking to people that are good at computer games and stuff as well, right?
Yep.
Because those sort of skills, bizarrely, so when my parents were like, do your homework, go out and play football, get to meet people. Well, that was rubbish advice, wasn't it? Yeah, I did the right thing of spending evening after evening after evening
Listening
on
to
the PlayStation.
radio.
Well, I think that was the back story for one of the heroes in that in Overwatch.
What's
computer
Overwatch?
game.
That's a game, yeah?
Yeah, it's Diva, I think it was. She was like a pro gamer in South Korea at like StarCraft or something.
Yeah.
And they picked her to pilot these mechs because her APM, her actions per minute, were just so high that she could just easily shoot down all the missiles that were coming at her.
These are the skills of the future. But actually, this is a smart point because I think it's is it South Korea where gaming is a major deal,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
they have finals and they are like arenas packed full of people.
Yep.
This thing is obviously kind of
Fortnite or
going blow,
something.
and as well, it's the amount of people that it's almost like you don't see them, but a lot of people now play online games,
Yes.
right? So I sound like a really old fuddy-duddy, but for me, when I was growing up, when I was a lad, like online gaming was a bit weird. Whereas nowadays, the vast majority of people do this,
Yes.
and actually a lot of people around the office, even who are a little bit older, that's actually something that they really invest in. So these are the sort of skills we need to use and get involved with. But it all works into one. It's like if you want to get people in STEM professions, this is kind of how you do it.
Yeah.
I think this whole initiative and doing drone racing is amazing. And of all the people we met at AdStar, they were by far and away the best. They just loved it as well.
Very, very passionate. Being able to even do it as a bit of a family activity, racing your son and your father, being able to share that love of technology or that capability for being able to fix and repair. So maybe it's gone from being what hobby planes were, or even souping up cars or that sort of thing.
But it's better than hobby
that.
planes, because I remember when I was a kid, I always dreamt, but
Sure.
there was like the playing fields near me.
Yeah.
There was always one person that would have like the plane that actually took off, and he used to land it on the cricket wicket. It wasn't actually used for cricket, which is why we lost for sort of 20 years. But basically, would use the kind of concrete cricket wicket as the sort of little runway. But the problem with those things, you crashed it was all over.
Yeah.
That was you done. Whereas with the drones, they're a lot more fixable. It makes a lot more
Durable.
sense. Yeah, and anyone as well. The genius of this, of course, is anyone can go to JB Hi-Fi or other
That's
popular
it.
stores and
Yeah.
get involved. Look, I don't know what the law is in terms of that. Don't necessarily, but their drones are accessible, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, absolutely, and something that there's more drone courses or more drone licenses that are being taken up compared to traditional aviation.
So what we need to do, this wasn't in the script,
Sure.
we need to say, and thank you very much for the people that have sent this in
Yes.
and worked with us, we need to go, us three, down and try this out. A little assault course, and we'll see who's best. I
Absolutely.
reckon Jake's probably going to be good at this.
Potentially, I'd need a lot of hand-eye coordination.
But you're good at Xbox. You got Xbox, haven't you?
I do. I also have a PlayStation, but I think the motion sickness might be an issue.
Okay, well, don't worry about that. I mean, you'd be
I'm
fine.
I'm downplaying my expectations.
Okay. Well, it's just between me and you. It's England versus Australia. Again,
Right. Well,
isn't it?
again, just to go through and quote the event organisers, Delta Hawk Event Services, they sent in a statement. They came, they soared, they conquered. Huge congratulations to the Australian Army drone racing team on their win at Military International Drone Racing Tournament 2024. What an incredible bunch of people.
And what I would say to them, to the Australia team, is next time it is coming home.
Also,
It is coming home,
congratulations to the British Military Drone Racing team on second place.
Oh, no! Classic patronising Australians, isn't it? Oh, well done on losing.
And a
Special shout out to the losers.
Congratulations on being the first loser and Estonia in third. So yet again, a three-peat. There's just some things you can't take away.
Right. Well, no, thank you very much for sending that in. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. Have we got anything else we need to say on this?
Nothing at the moment.
No, well, we were going to do one of these when we're actually going to fly them.
Yeah.
But
I'm all down for that.
we're down for it. You down for that, Jake?
Yeah, sure.
Right, okay. Well,
Or
on that...
up for it.
Yeah, on that note, we'll end this YouTube video now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, whatever it is.
Press here.
Yeah.
Press
There you
the subscribe button.
Smash that like button.
That's the one. See ya.